Welcome to Snack Chat. Jade, what did you bring today as a snack?
First, I have Dr. Pepper from Wawa. Sponsor me. And then I have popcorn because I like popcorn.
I do too.
No way, Caitlin, what do you have?
I brought ice cold water from Mikasa.
Yum.
Only VIPs can go there and get water. And I got popcorn.
ASMR.
Okay. So obviously, first things first, as always,
It's time for Trail Mix.
You go first because I didn't write them down. I printed them.
Caitlin's been fancy lately. I gotta get on her level.
We gotta just come more prepared for you guys. That's all. All right.
Okay. Oh no, I just have one.
Which one is this?
I don't even want to read this out loud. Bad baby on top of her baby daddy's car, wailing and embarrassing herself.
Here, I'll insert a clip if you guys haven't seen what I'm talking about.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now...
Anyways.
How embarrassing. I think it's just crazy because of, like, all the stuff she says about him.
She shouldn't even still be with him.
I guess something that doesn't register with me is that people can talk, like, awfully about their partners and be like, oh, he's a terrible person because he did this. He cheated. He got so-and-so pregnant. Yada, 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 yada. And then the very next hour, they will be right with them. Like,
Not only that, beefed with Alabama over it.
Okay, she had every right to beef with her, though.
Totally. But it's like, then you went back to him.
True.
And then another thing came out, and then you went back to him.
I don't think she should have gone. I don't think she should have gone back to him. But did you see what Alabama said about the situation?
No.
Really?
No.
She made.
I saw she said she was pregnant.
Yeah, hold on. We'll talk about that in one second. One thing at a time. She made a post saying oh, she doesn't deserve that. Like, he's a bad person. All this stuff, and it's like, you knowingly cheated with this man who you already knew was a bad person because your friend was telling you, my baby daddy is a bad person. Here's all the stuff he's done to me. Like, I hate him and I want to get away from him. And you were
I want that.
Actually, she has a history of doing that. So even if there's any uncertainty around that, I believe she did it.
What 17-year-old already had her surgery plans lined up for the minute she turned 18?
That too.
She got a breast reduction and a BBL. And probably other shit that I don't know about.
Yeah, it kind of looks like she got liposuction.
To get cosmetic surgery like that done to you at such a young age, when your body's still gonna change and grow when you have kids.
Here's my philosophy about that. When you're a public figure and you have a condition like a thyroid problem, PCOS, whatever, psoriasis, all of that stuff, you have the chance to advocate for people who also have that stuff. You have every chance to come up with a diet plan that helps your thyroid, or even if you do take medication, you have the opportunity to tell people what worked for you, what didn't work for you, all of that stuff. And instead, you just went under the knife. You didn't even give it a second thought.
You didn't try.
At 17, when you find out that you have a thyroid problem, that's different than being 35 finding out you have a thyroid problem.
You can have a diet plan. You can change the direction of this.
At 17, you are more than capable of changing the outcome, body, changing all of that. At 35,
40,
it's harder. It's harder.
It's way harder.
especially for
We wouldn't
women.
know.
Yeah, but especially
Not yet.
especially like for women who don't have as much money,
Right.
you have to advocate for yourself because doctors see you and think
Mhm.
like, oh, she just wants this, she's just like vain,
Right.
whatever. So I don't know, she
No,
could have
I
been an
agree.
advocate. Caitlin's turn.
Oh God.
Oh man, this looks long-winded.
Oh, well, you'll know why in a minute. This one's long for a reason. Cardi B baby daddy
Ah.
drama. Stefan, multiple babies on the way, and a few that were just recently born. He is also being sued for a paternity test by another woman, on top of all these other women.
Holy.
Both of Cardi's baby daddies aren't shit. Why does society romanticize this lifestyle of no ring and multiple babies and baby daddies?
Why do they romanticize it? I will never know. I don't know. I read like a thing about this that basically said you can't,
We're being attacked by nature.
literally, that like you can't hold on to a man basically. So we shouldn't like, I don't know, we shouldn't like demonize women that have more than one baby daddy because if the first one isn't acting right, they have the right to go and get another. Like, okay, if I have a kid with a guy who already has a kid and then we get married, if he stops paying his child support, I can, like, my money can get put towards that.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I was never getting with a man who already had a kid by
Okay, yeah,
somebody
well,
else.
duh, emphasis on that, but I'm putting myself in the shoes
Right,
of like someone else.
Cardi.
Yeah. So I guess I do get it, but also
Here's
I would
what's-
basically I'm saying I wouldn't let that happen to me though.
It's a situation to situation, like, but Cardi specifically, you've known this man what, less than a year?
Yeah.
He quite literally has multiple babies that are like all under a year old.
Something needs to be said about him. He's clearly like
He has like a sex problem.
yeah, he's clearly
And it's
the,
not just a sex
the type
problem.
of person
like,
who would get someone pregnant
he
on
has like
purpose, I
a
believe.
getting people pregnant problem. Like, bless you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna clip that. They're gonna be like, oh my God, her sneeze is so cute.
You clip it and you add like a big like boom in there. She's hefty. Nina Dobrev and Shaun White break off engagement. Word on the street is that he cheated. She's seen on a boat with Zac Efron not even 2 weeks later, and then again in Italy together. Well,
You go,
all
girl.
that I have to say to that is if one doesn't work, get a new one.
And you know what? The new one has to be better than the last one. And she got Zac Efron. I mean,
I won't make any comments.
he looks better now.
He does.
He doesn't look like all weird. I'll insert a picture of what we're talking about and what he looks like now because he doesn't look like that anymore. He looks like that now, okay?
Yeah.
But you go, girl.
With his blonde hair.
Mm-hmm. But, like, you go, girl. I mean, like, if he cheated and you were like, fuck this, Zac Efron's in my DMs. I'm going to go explore that.
Literally.
Why
even
not?
if he didn't cheat and you were done with whatever else he was doing.
It's Zac Efron. Oh. About to get political.
Oh.
Okay, so his memorial. Charlie Kirk's memorial. Did you see any videos from it?
Boo!
No, definitely boo, but it was very weird.
Wait, hold on.
What it says is weird speech given at Charlie Kirk's memorial by his wife. Very weird, very scripted, and very weird hug to Trump. I'm gonna insert a clip of her fake crying because not one tear fell from her face. And then I'm also going to insert a clip of her weird ass hug with Trump because he looked uncomfortable. I've never seen anyone make Trump physically uncomfortable like that. Like, it was very weird. I know in Trump's head he's like, Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Charlie. Like he's
No,
like
because
over it
you
at
know
this
how
point.
he's a narcissist. He's like, oh, all right.
Like he's like, all right, let's
We
get
get
back
it.
to
We
me.
get it, guys. We get it. The way when they were like, how have you been feeling since he died? And he's like, very great. Did you see my
Yes.
new ballroom?
Like,
He's
oh
like,
my god,
he
like that's
definitely-
Condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House.
literally what he said. Like we're not even exaggerating.
that's-
Like he quite literally switched the subject to talk about how he just got done redecorating and restructuring his
$200
ballroom.
million, everyone, of our taxpayer money. Am
I'm
I
not-
ever gonna see that ballroom?
I'm just gonna stop
No.
paying taxes. I'm just
Like,
kidding.
literally. I want the skinny one.
I think I know what that one is.
Why me? Why? Okay, this is a very sensitive topic, and I was actually genuinely dreading talking about this because we don't know all the information, and there's a crap ton of misinformation. It's David. That's how you say it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's my philosophy on this. Rest in peace to Celeste. I hope that she gets justice no matter who did it. It was 110% wrong for him to be dating a child. Regardless of if
Yeah, like okay, let's just say devil's advocate, he didn't murder her. He didn't do that. There's still photos of them together. They were
Yeah.
dating. Like he's still wrong.
regardless of what happened, it was wrong for him to date a
Yeah,
child.
he's still canceled. No matter
I don't
what
know
the
all the
outcome is.
Well, yeah, we don't know all the information about if he did it, if he didn't. I don't want to sit here and make conspiracy theories because at the end of the day, that's a 14-year-old that we're talking about.
Yeah, like her body, I think, turned 15. I don't think she even got to turn 15.
Yeah,
They found her body a day
and
after
she
her
was
birthday.
dismembered. So
They haven't even found all of her.
exactly, she was dismembered. My problem is there's so many AI documents of text messages, photos of the two of them together, all of this type of stuff. It is very confusing and it's very insulting to her and her family because someone like me, I would see that and be like, oh, this is AI. Her mom might not know that that's AI.
And like get hope or
That-
something.
That is upsetting. That's
Yeah.
genuinely upsetting. And also, people don't realize that that kind of stuff can get cases thrown out of court. Once the case, like, as it updates, we will definitely touch on this more. But regardless, rest in peace to Celeste. I hope that she gets justice. She deserves justice, and her mother deserves to know what happened to her baby.
And guys, we're not blaming her, but just be careful who you talk to on Discords and stuff like that. Like if a older man or a older woman is showing sexual or romantic interest in you, that's usually not a good part like on their mind. So like please like go on the internet with like caution,
Caution, yes.
especially
Parents,
Discords.
check your kid's phone, please.
Roblox,
I urge you. As
Discord.
Yeah, as someone who is like a young adult in their 20s, I'm telling you guys, you need to check your kid's phone more. More. If you think you're doing it enough, you are not.
If you feel like you're invading their privacy, oh well.
You need
they're,
to invade
They're a child.
your kid under 16, you need to invade their privacy because there will be someone else who does it for you.
Yep.
And then you'll be looking back on it like, man, I wish that.
I invaded their
And
privacy.
this
They're
isn't
probably
even,
gonna be mad at you. Oh well.
This isn't even directly like because of Celeste.
just
This
in
is
general.
because this happens to so many children.
Mm-hmm.
In our youth, there was Kick.
Yep.
If you know, you know.
You know.
Basically, we're not gonna get into that, but
Kick, Omegle.
yeah, that monkey app, like
Oh my god, the monkey app. There were so many that they didn't need
Uvu,
to
like,
be.
it
Yeah. Oh my
literally-
god, Uvu. Oh my god, Snapchat.
So-
Snapchat alone.
Snapchat. Yes, once you got on Facebook, all of that stuff is detrimental to your children, potentially.
Put restrictions on their phones.
their tablets, whatever device
Search
they have.
their phones, invade their privacy because it might save their
Even
life.
other kids. We just talked about this, like, with each other
Mhm.
the other week. Other kids will be sending your kid inappropriate stuff because of what they have seen.
Yep.
So you need to be on top of it. If you think your kid is showing any signs of they're being defiant, they don't want you in their
Check
room, like
that
they're
phone.
running away, any of that, you need to get into their device.
Listen, nowadays, anything your kid is doing, whether it be their last move or their next move, I guarantee you they texted somebody about it. They
Yep.
took a selfie while they're doing it. They made a TikTok while they were there.
Exactly.
I guarantee you will find something.
Exactly.
They all share their locations with their friends. Like
They tell their friends everything.
like look in that phone. Check that phone.
Exactly.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Jimmy Kimmel's show canceled. Donald Trump censoring TV, which is fascism. Where do we draw the line? And also, I'll mention this in a second. Okay, so Jimmy Kimmel did get his show back. I believe it's coming on tonight.
Yes, but it was after a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, after a lot of threatening to sue the network.
Mhm.
He was going to sue the socks off of him. It would, instead of ABC, it would have been called Jimmy BC.
Literally.
Like, so they better be thanking their lucky stars that he's not continuing to go through with his lawsuit.
But because he's not continuing to go through with that lawsuit, what conditions did they put into his new contract that he demanded?
I don't think they would have put conditions like, oh, you can't talk about this or
No,
that.
I don't think like that.
I don't think Jimmy Kimmel would have signed it.
I think he demanded more now.
Yeah.
Like he's saying like, and on top of my normal contract, you can't do this again. Put it in there that you can't just cancel me on a whim. You can't do something because the president didn't like it.
The FCC, like whoever guy, like threatened to stop funding them or something.
I think that's where a lot of the back and forth was.
I get that they have the right to be like, I'm not going to put my money here if that, but as someone who pays for Hulu, who pays for Disney, like whatever, we also like put money into your network.
Right.
It's not just the billionaires that you need to worry about.
Exactly.
There's powers in numbers. They lost like billions of dollars within that week.
That'll make them want to make the show back.
That's what made it come back, not because they felt bad, because there was like the looming fear of Jimmy Kimmel suing them, and then the millions of people who were canceling. I canceled my networks with them. I'm very serious about advocating for our rights. I know that some people are like, oh, well, I like this show. I personally don't care. I will read books. I love reading books. If that means not having TV, whatever. I'll get out in nature more. The book that I'm reading is called The Climate Change Diet, where it's like 50 things you can do to basically
that's
help
actually so
change.
cool.
And I'm like, I feel like Emily would like
right up
this
her alley,
because like I'm loving it so far. I'm
Emily?
on like chapter 4. Like, yes, Emily, if you're watching this, I've got a book to tell you about.
Emily.
Like,
she disappears.
She's in the trees.
She's a true vegan. She disappears.
Emily. We take a shot every time we say Emily.
Okay. Nowadays, people care more about their appearance rather than their personality or character. Is it a cell phone problem, like overall, or is it specifically social media?
It's both. It is both. Vanity is at an all-time high because of what we see on social media, which is the direct result of having a cell phone or having a device. But I don't know if there's anything we could ever do to like stop that. Though the way that cosmetic surgeries are just so easy to obtain nowadays,
And not even easy. It's like common. They're like, oh,
yeah,
you can just get this
like
done.
even when you think about it, everyone normalizes having lip fillers, and I'm not saying there's something wrong with
No,
having
but
lip
it's like,
fillers,
why is
but
that
it's literally
normalized?
so normalized that like cosmetic places will have like buy one get one half like for syringes of
Right.
like lip filler,
Like, come with your friends.
yeah,
Like,
literally. It's good soup.
we were gonna get soup today, actually. However, it's like 20 degrees hotter than we thought it was gonna be. Welcome to Jersey.
All right, guys, we are going to read some spooky Reddit stories. We've got our new besties here. This is Drac.
And this is Jack. About 5 years ago, I lived downtown in a major US city. I've always been a night person. After my roommate, who's definitely not a night person, went to bed, I'd often go on long walks just to pass the time. For 4 years I did this, walking alone at night, never felt afraid, even joked with my roommate once that even the drug dealers in the city are polite. I'm gonna pause right here. This is clearly a man, because I myself as a woman do not feel safe walking at night.
Unless I have a dog with me. Or a man.
Right. Then one night, everything changed. It was a Wednesday, between 1 and 2 in the morning. I was walking past a police-patrolled park, some distance from my apartment. It was a quiet night, very few cars, almost no people. The park was deserted as usual. I turned down a short side street to loop back home, and that's when I saw him. At the far end of the street on my side of the sidewalk was a silhouette of a man. He was dancing. It was weird, sort of like a waltz, but every so often he'd finish a box step with a forward stride towards me, almost as if he was like dance walking. He was headed straight toward me. I thought he was drunk, probably harmless. To avoid him, I stepped closer to the road, giving him the sidewalk. As he got closer, I noticed more details. He was very tall, lanky, wearing an old suit. His movements were oddly graceful. Then I saw his face. His eyes were wide and wild. His head was tilted back slightly looking at the sky, and his mouth, it was a smile. Not a friendly one, though. A painful, cartoonish smile stretched across his face, like an exaggerated mask. I decided to cross the street so he couldn't get any closer. As I reached the other side, I glanced back. He had stopped walking. 1 foot in the street. He was parallel to me, facing me, still looking at the sky, smiling still on his face. My heart started pounding. I kept walking, eyes locked on him. He didn't move. Half a block passed. I glanced away just for a moment to watch the sidewalk ahead. It was empty. When I looked back, he was gone. I felt relief. Then I saw him across the street, crouching slightly, facing me. He crossed quickly when I wasn't looking. I just froze. He started moving towards me, on his toes. Big, huge, tiptoed steps, exaggerated ones, like a cartoon trying to creep up on someone. But he was fast, like unbelievably fast. He paused about a car length away from me, still smiling, still looking up at the sky. I found my voice, or tried to. What I meant to shout was, "What the hell do you want?" But instead what came out was, "What the f-" He didn't react, he just stood there smiling. After what felt like forever, he turned slowly. He walked away, and I watched him until far away, almost out of sight. Then I realized he wasn't getting further anymore. He wasn't walking, he had just stopped dancing. He was just standing in the distance, and then he was running, right back towards me. I ran. I kept running until I reached a better lit road. Some traffic, some streetlights flickering. I looked behind me again, nothing. No smiling figure. The rest of the way home, I kept looking over my shoulder, half expecting to see that grin. I lived in that city for 6 more months after that night, but I never walked again after dark. I always felt there was something about his face that haunted me. He wasn't drunk, he wasn't high, he just looked insane, and that was very, very scary.
absolutely not. I don't know what I would have done, but the running, I would have either got like paralyzed with fear and died just right there, like just immediately, like, and dead.
What about the large, fast tiptoeing steps he was
Like
taking?
what?
Like I'm just trying to
I need
imagine.
a visual because freeze. That would have killed me. I would have went into shock and just
Oh my
like that
God.
would have been it.
I literally don't know what I would have done in that situation, honestly.
Same. The attic door. When I was a kid, my family rented a really old farmhouse. It had this narrow suitcase. Wait, hold on. I'm reading this too happily. The attic door. When I was a kid, my family rented a really old farmhouse. It had this narrow staircase that led up to the attic, but the attic door was nailed shut. My parents told me it was just storage and not safe to go up there. For years, nothing happened. But when I was about 12, I started waking up at night to the sound of footsteps above my room. Slow, dragging steps, moving back and forth across the attic floor. My dad brushed it off, saying it was just the house settling. Whatever that means, because if you've had the house for years, why is it just now settling? But one night, I woke up to a different sound, scratching, right above my bed. Long, deliberate scratches like fingernails dragging across wood. The next morning, I finally told my mom. She looked uneasy, but tried to laugh it off. That night, when she tucked me in, she whispered, "Don't listen if it calls your name." I didn't know what she meant until a week later. Around 3 a.m., I woke up to hear my own mom's voice calling from the attic, clear as day. "Come up here, I need your help." My heart nearly stopped. I knew my mom was asleep in the next room. I just pulled the covers over my head and prayed until morning. The next day, when I came home from school, the attic door wasn't nailed shut anymore. The nails were scattered on the floor, and the door was cracked open.
So you moved after that, right?
Yeah, like I need to know what happened. Okay, the question is, why did the parents continue to like live there if they knew? Like you were putting your kid's life in danger.
Because you're talking about, oh, don't listen to it, even if.
And he said he
calls
was
you.
12, right? Like
Yeah.
12-year-olds don't listen to their parents. Like imagine he would have went if he would have just forgot what his mom said and went up there.
Oh my God.
He would have been bones. Crazy.
Oh my God. Wait, I got chills when you said they heard their mom's voice.
Literally.
I literally got chills. I was like, oh no.
Wait, no, literally, because I always hear my mom talking to me, and then when I'm like, "Mom, what? Like, what do you want? I'm busy."
She's like, I didn't call you.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to spend summers at my cousin's place out in the country. It was quiet there, just wide, empty roads, open farmland, and fields that seemed to stretch forever. One evening, the three of us went for a walk just before sunset. The sky was fading into that dusky purple, the kind of light where everything looks a little off. That's when we noticed him. A man was walking up the road towards us, tall, thin. His walk was strange, too stiff, too deliberate. He didn't look at us, didn't acknowledge us, just kept walking towards us. For some reason, every hair on my body stood up. Everything about him felt wrong. We hurried back home, trying to laugh it off, saying maybe he was just some farmer heading home late, but deep down none of us believed that. Later that night, after it was fully dark, I looked out the window of my cousin's room and I swear to God he was there. The same man, standing at the edge of the yard near the tree line, perfectly still like he was waiting. I blinked and he wasn't standing anymore, he was running. Not toward the road, not toward town, but running crooked and jerky right along the side of the house, disappearing into the shadows. His movements didn't look human. They looked like something trying to imitate a human and failing. We locked every door that night, none of us slept, and the creepiest part, when we told my aunt in the morning, she got pale and asked us, "Oh, so you saw him too?"
Whoa. You know what I don't get about the last two stories? If you see something before me, Tell me about it. Even if I like chalk it up to you being crazy, I would rather think you're crazy and be prepared
Then
than
finding
like
out you didn't warn me and you knew about
yeah,
this
because now
supernatural.
what if this thing like slaughters me? You're gonna be like, oh
Well,
well.
I didn't warn you because I didn't want you to think
Sorry,
I was
I
crazy.
didn't warn you about that. Like what? The mirror ghost. I used to live in an old house with my partner. It was nothing special, creaky floors, drafty windows, cheap rent. The kind of place you tell yourself has character to make up for how eerie it feels at night. The strangest thing was the mirror, a tall, antique thing left behind by the last tenant. It stood in the bedroom, across from the bed, heavy frame carved with strange little faces. This is already a no for me because
The
why would
mirror
you
has
keep a
little
mirror that has
faces?
faces in it? At first it was harmless, but then I started noticing differences. If I left the room, sometimes I'd glance at the mirror as I walked past, and there would be something off. My reflection wasn't doing exactly what I was doing. A half-second delay, a tilt of the head I hadn't made, the kind of thing you try to dismiss as bad lighting, tired eyes. Hell no. Because your reflection is, if it's not doing exactly what you're doing, it's the alternate you, which means it wants to take your place. One night, laying in bed, I saw movement in the glass. I thought maybe it was just my partner shifting under the blankets beside me. But when I looked down, they were sound asleep, still. In the reflection, though, there was someone standing behind me, a tall, dark figure. Right where the corner of the room should have been empty. I spun around. Nothing. My heart was pounding, but I forced myself to look back at the mirror. And that's when I realized the figure hadn't disappeared. It was still there, but only in the glass. I couldn't move. I just stared. The reflection's hand began to slowly rise, fingertips brushing against the inside of the mirror surface, like it was trying to push its way out. I jumped up and yanked the blanket over the mirror. Didn't sleep the rest of the night. The next morning, when I worked up the courage to uncover it, the blanket was on the floor, folded neatly, and the figure was gone. We moved out not long after, but I swear I'll never have another mirror in my bedroom again because sometimes what's looking back at you isn't really you. The mirror in the room is already a no for
Yeah.
me. Personally, mirrors are not supposed to be in your bedroom. Mirrors are not supposed to be facing like you, like in a room that you reside in.
And
a
mirrors
mirror,
shouldn't face each other.
exactly.
We're going to talk about zodiac signs. So if you don't believe in them,
Zodiac.
skip this whole segment.
I'm an Aries. My birthday is March 21st. Here's my fall forecast. This fall, your energy is fierce and bold. New projects or personal goals gain momentum, especially ones that let you shine. Outdoor activities and travel brings inspiration. Whoa.
It
Okay.
knows you so well.
Yes, I actually love that because I just traveled to a town that I had never been to before. Got some inspiration for the podcast, literally. Like, watch out for burnout. Autumn may tempt you to overcommit. Balance excitement with rest. I do like my naps. Sounds like me.
I'm a Leo. My birthday is July 30th. This fall, I need to focus on recognition and personal achievements that are highlighted. This is a season to take leadership, pursue passions, and embrace attention. Always welcoming attention.
This is very fitting. Like it feels like they almost know we're doing a podcast.
Right? I need to watch out for ego traps, stay humble. Collaboration will enhance success.
T.
Stay humble. I wouldn't be here without Jade. Collaboration is success.
Exactly. That was actually a really good one. I love that.
Well, that's great because we're going to read theirs now.
Yes.
So if you weren't an Aries or a Leo, don't worry. We're about to read all of them. Taurus. For fall, focus on stability and comfort, financial planning, home improvements, and cozy routines. Autumn evenings are perfect for connecting deeply with loved ones. Watch out for stubbornness. Avoid resisting change. Adaptability will bring smoother progress.
Gemini. For fall, social energy peaks. Reconnecting with old friends or making new connections will bring opportunities. Autumn curiosity sparks learning and small adventures. Make sure you watch out for scattered energy. Prioritize meaningful interactions. Avoid overloading your calendar.
Cancers. For fall, emotional awareness strengthens. Use this season to nurture family ties and self reflection. Journaling or creative projects can bring clarity and peace. Watch out for mood swings. Don't let small tensions with others escalate. Step back when needed.
Virgo, your fall forecast says productivity is favored. Organize your environment, plan projects, and tackle health routines. Autumn supports practical improvement that stick. And it also says watch out for overthinking. Small mistakes are okay. Perfectionism may slow progress.
Libras. For fall, balance and partnerships shine. Autumn is ideal for negotiations, collaborations, and enhancing relationships. Harmony will bring satisfaction. Watch out for indecision. Avoid delaying choices. Act when clarity strikes.
All right, Scorpios. Your fall forecast says transformation is key. Deep connections, introspection, and uncovering hidden truths help you evolve. Autumn nights ignite powerful reflections. Watch out for obsession. Channel intensity positively. Don't dwell on grudges or control.
Sagittarius. For fall, adventure and exploration call. Autumn is perfect for travel, expanding knowledge, or exploring new philosophies. Outdoor excursions refresh your spirit. Watch out for restlessness. Avoid impulse choices. Plan before leaping.
Capricorn. Discipline and focus bring tangible rewards. Autumn is productive for career milestones and long term projects. Structure now sets up winter success. Be sure to watch out for overworking. Don't neglect personal life. Downtime nurtures growth.
Aquarius. For fall, innovation and originality flourish. Autumn is a season to experiment, network, and implement creative solutions. Watch out for detachment. Connect emotionally, not just intellectually, especially in relationships.
And last but not least, Pisces. For fall, intuition and imagination peak. Autumn is ideal for spiritual reflection, art, and compassionate acts. Your dream may guide you towards real life insight. Watch out for escapism. Stay grounded. Turn inspiration into actionable steps. Okay, everyone, get out your tinfoil hats because it's time to read conspiracy theories. The Mandela effect is government controlled.
Yeah, so some people believe that the government invented the Mandela effect so that they could get away with changing and rewriting history.
Okay, that's interesting. Wait, when I think of the Mandela effect, I think of Fruit of the Loom.
Yes,
Because why are they
The-
trying to convince us that the
like cornucopia.
cornucopia isn't there?
It
and
most
then
definitely
if
was.
you have like a pair of old socks or a pair of old
It's on
underpants
it.
from them, it's literally on it. Like, why are they going so hard to convince us it wasn't a thing?
Because the government created the Mandela effect for little things like this, that's what we notice, but they're slowly rewriting history.
Yeah, that is true. When you think about like some of the facts, even some of the facts of like the Holocaust, they
Mhm.
try to change it around or make you think that like
To make you sit there and go, but I could have sworn I remembered it this way. And they're
Yeah.
like, but look, it's not, so you're wrong.
and it's the same thing with of course slavery,
Mm-hmm.
conspiracy.
Time travel experiments affecting the present. We don't know what they're doing on these bases. One of the theories is that they're doing time travel, and that's what's also creating glitches in the memory and creating kind of like that deja vu effect.
See, now this I definitely believe. I feel like if we haven't gotten time travel yet, they are working on it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to figure out like the quantum mechanics of it all, basically, which would create a ripple in today's world. The simulation hypothesis. So this one basically says that we're all living in like a simulation, kind of, that's like a computer simulation where someone else is basically controlling what we do. I don't know if this ever happens to you. I'll like go from my room and go in the kitchen to grab something specific, and I get there and I'm like,
God gave you free will, however, humans took it away.
ooh,
Masked mind control through media.
well, duh.
I feel like in a way that is not just like propaganda.
Yeah, that's literally,
If you show impressionable minds something enough and tell them this is what they're supposed to be thinking, they're gonna start
like,
thinking.
yeah,
that.
it's pretty obvious that's happening. Even, it's not even a specific part of the media, because when you think about it, whenever politicians are campaigning, they put those ads
Everywhere.
in streaming services
Mhm.
now, on your cable TV.
On
They
Instagram.
put it on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. That's, that's propaganda. That's like the media controlling things.
I believe it.
Yeah, so money does buy you the media.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, this next one is an extension of the mass mind control through media, but basically the government allegedly stages disasters, wars, or like, global things to kind of control us more or rewrite the history of things.
Kind of like put us all into like, well, you have to be scared of doing this.
Yes, like basically cause mass hysteria
Yeah.
in a way.
Now we are going to be reading some Reddit stories, and they're going to be, am I a bad friend?
I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. This one's called The Quiet Friend. So lately I've been questioning myself, and honestly, it's been eating at me. Am I a bad friend? Because here's the thing, I don't like constant communication. I don't feel the need to text every day. I don't even feel the need to call every week. And sometimes a whole month goes by before I check in. And when I finally do reach out, I feel this heavy guilt like I've neglected the people I care about. Meanwhile, my friends are the opposite. They're always sending little updates, inside jokes, memes, and I respond. But deep down, I know I'm not matching their energy. So I keep wondering, does that make me selfish? Do they see me as distant, uninterested, not invested enough? Here's the twist. I do care. I love them. I would drop everything in a heartbeat if they needed me. I just don't have the energy for constant small talk. So what does that make me? Someone with boundaries or a bad friend?
That first sentence when they started saying, I don't feel the need to call every week.
I was
or
like, that's
text
so
every
real,
day."
though. Like,
yes,
honestly, you're not a bad friend.
you're not. You're just a real person with other
Like,
stuff
I feel like
going on.
it's hard also, like, transitioning into adult world with people that you had friends as like in your childhood life, like going to school, because you would see each other every day and talk
like
every
you
day.
had to.
You had to. And then it goes from that to not. And some people take offense to it. And some people are just like, well, I just don't see the need to talk every day. Like, I don't not hate you. Like,
Yeah, I'm
like-
definitely one of those people. I mean, if someone messages me, I will, of course, answer in a timely manner. But just, I don't know. When you have other stuff going on,
like
it's
we're
just,
adults. Like, we
yeah.
have jobs. We have families.
I'm
we
sure,
have lives.
But I'm sure your friends are understanding if they haven't said anything, saying like, hey, like, you never talk to us and all that.
if this is just like a guilt feeling,
Yeah.
like,
I
you're not a
definitely
bad
feel like
friend.
it is just you feeling guilty, but you honestly shouldn't. Like, life happens. As long as you're there when like your friends
it matters,
need you, when
yeah.
it matters the most, then no, you're not a bad friend.
Exactly.
The clingy one. Okay, so I think I might actually be a bad friend, but not for the reason you'd think. I'm not distant, I'm the opposite. I get attached way too quickly. Like if I meet someone and we click, I instantly start calling them my best friend. I'll text constantly, like every day, sending updates about my life, about asking about theirs, making sure they know I'm here. But here's the thing, when they don't answer right away, I panic. I overthink. I start apologizing for bothering them for being too much. And I know it probably comes across as clingy. The thing is, I don't mean to smother anyone. I just really care. I get excited about people and I want them to feel cared for. But lately, I've been realizing that maybe my version of showing love is overwhelming for other people. Like maybe I push too hard, too fast, and instead of making people feel supported, I end up draining them. So I keep asking myself, does that make me a bad friend or just someone who loves too much? Ooh, this makes you someone with anxiety.
Yeah, cuz it's like
The overthinking.
yeah.
I think the overthinking part and the apologizing, saying, like, am I doing too much, is where you're going wrong. It's not so much messaging a lot or anything, but when you message someone and they don't answer right away, and then you're like, I'm sorry for bothering you, it comes across as like, you're trying to guilt trip them
Yeah,
almost.
like just message them, and if like you need to message them again, like cuz you saw something funny, go ahead and send that. But
Yeah.
like don't do like the whole pity party thing.
Yeah.
Like that's what puts people off.
But I think you definitely have anxiety.
You definitely
or
have
like,
anxiety. I wouldn't say you're like a bad friend.
No,
Like,
you're not a bad friend. You are a good friend. You just shouldn't, like Caitlin said, you shouldn't throw yourself a pity party when they don't answer. People have lives. Not
people have
everyone.
lives, and if they don't appreciate your muchness, then go find somebody
Yeah,
that does.
find friends who are like that. You, the clingy one and the quiet friend, maybe you guys need to switch friends.
Yeah, honestly, switch friend groups, you guys.
All right, guys, buckle your seatbelts for this one because we're about to get real. This is what your Halloween costume says about you.
Because you didn't know, so we're going to tell you. If you are being anything along the lines of a fortune teller, a witch, or a mystical creature girl, you thrive in mystery. You love keeping people guessing. You have a magnetic aura. People can't tell if you're joking or really psychic, and that's exactly how you like it.
T.
If you are being anything along the lines of a classic monster, a vampire, a ghost, a zombie, you like nostalgia mixed with drama. You love leaning into the spooky, eerie energy of Halloween while still being approachable and fun. If you are doing a matching costume with a couple or your friend, you like playful, social, and loving the spotlight with someone by your side.
Caitlin, this one is about you.
About us. If you're doing anything sexy, whether it's a nurse or a superhero, anything sexy, confidence radiates off you. You know what you want, you enjoy attention, and aren't afraid to flirt with a little danger.
Period. I love it.
If you're anything like pop culture reference or a meme, witty, clever, always in on a joke, you're the one people turn to for laughs, and you always spot trending moments first. If you do any DIY or creative costume, you're artistic and original. You love standing out and creating your own rules. Expect compliments for creativity. You plan the vibe and it shows. If you have any type of animal costume, you're cute and approachable with a mischievous streak. People find you charming, playful, and occasionally mysterious.
That's real.
If you're doing anything gory, like actually scary, you're bold, fearless, and willing to shock. You enjoy chaos, love theater, and have a darkful, playful sense of humor.
I love spooky costumes. Like, that's super cute. Like, that's what Halloween is all about. Like, of course, it's about being cutesy as
Right.
well, but especially like women who like don't want to be sexy, they want to be scary. Like, I love that.
Right. If you're being anything along the lines of an angel or a fairy, you're dreamy and whimsical with a hint of mischief. You're approachable, enchanting, and you can charm anyone without even trying.
Okay, guys, comment what you're being for Halloween. Let us know if we mentioned it, and if not, when you let us know, maybe we'll let you know what that says about you. Welcome to
Would You Rather?
Would you rather be chased by a ghost that everyone can see or followed by a ghost that only you can see?
Can I not be chased by a ghost?
No.
I guess one that everyone can see.
No.
No.
Wrong answer, actually.
Why?
Because a ghost that's following you versus a ghost that's chasing you, the one that's following you appears to be nicer.
Oh, then yeah, I'll go with that.
Maybe-
Okay.
Like, it has to be at least a little bit scary.
Then yeah, I would want the one that's just following me. Would you rather stay one night in the real Conjuring house or play with a Ouija board alone at 3 a.m.?
Ooh, the Conjuring house. I do not play about Ouija boards. I can't. At least it's just one night of horror. What if I contact Lucifer himself, Leviathan?
Well, if
Like,
it's
what if-
Lucifer from the TV show, he can come contact me anytime.
You remember season 1 of American Horror Stories?
Yes. No, he does not remind you of the dad.
Yes, he does. Would you rather hear scratching inside of your walls and never be able to figure out what's causing it, or wake up every morning to your front door just wide open?
Oh, what the? I guess the front door.
Yeah, because just because it's wide open doesn't mean
Like
Well,
you're letting
yeah,
the AC.
that implies that someone was in your house.
Yeah, but I guess like they left and I never see them.
But the scratching could just be like a raccoon.
It is not no damn raccoon. I would have set the trap and it would have died. Would you rather spend the night in a cabin where you hear knocking on the windows and everything? Or would you rather walk alone at night through the woods and keep hearing something calling your name?
The cabin. For me, the something calling my name is an immediate no for me, because I feel like as soon as you answer them, you open like a realm of like evil.
Like as soon as you
Like,
acknowledge them.
yeah, exactly.
They're like, oh,
Whereas
perfect.
the knocking could be the tree. You've ever seen the episode of SpongeBob where it's the hash slinging slasher?
Oh,
and
yes.
it's just like a friendly face knocking, like to
Yeah.
get out of the rain. I'm going to assume it's that.
Right.
Not that I'm
right.
going to answer. You're not getting in.
Yeah, are you gonna like go outside and explore the knocking?
No.
Okay, so then yeah,
I'm just gonna turn on some music
and go about
and
my
vibe
night in the
through
cabin.
night. Exactly. Would you rather find a journal in your house that predicts everything about your future, or have a journal that has your deepest, darkest secret get discovered by someone else?
I would just have the journal that predicts everything.
A future prediction actually sounds good because
Right.
I'll know if I'm going down the right path or
Yeah, like
not.
I need to be prepared.
Yeah. Actually, I would love that because, like, stressing about the future is too real.
Right, like okay, this is what I have lined up. Oh well, that takes some stress off my shoulders.
Exactly. Like, oh, I'm going to be a multi-millionaire,
Oh,
married.
well, I can just fucking relax. Then.
Yeah, well, let me kick my feet up. All this hard work, all this getting
But
a
then-
degree for nothing?
But then, does knowing that and then you changing the course of how you're
Oh.
going then affect?
Probably. Yeah, because once you
Mm.
know, it's, like, different.
Because knowing is like it affects it now, which is why like in the time travel movies when they go back in time they're like don't even
It
kill a butterfly,
yeah.
like don't do anything. Would you rather hear a baby crying in the attic all the time or laughter from your basement?
Ooh.
Mind you don't have a baby.
I would rather hear laughing in the attic. I would
No,
assume
laughing in
like
the basement.
laughing in the basement. Still, I would just assume like some teenagers were just like
It's like creepy laughter.
yeah, it's creepy, but I'm not going to check it out. I don't care. But the baby in the attic, I wouldn't be able to ignore that. I would have to be like, who put their stinking baby in my attic? Would you rather know exactly when you die, but not where, or where you die, but not when?
I would like to know where I die. That way I would just never go there.
No, but it's not like you know like you die right here. It's just like you die in the forest.
I'm never gonna go in the forest again.
But don't you think that would
Podcast
change
over.
it? That'll change it.
I don't know, because then
Okay,
it's
true.
like, then I'm just avoiding that death.
True.
Thank you for watching.
Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube.
And follow us on Instagram, because not only do we post the TikToks that we post on here, we also post behind the scenes, funny posts, positive messages, and really we get to interact with you more.